Welcome to Clinch Collective today, and today we will be talking about how SML abuses stereotypes.
Yeah, it's they got a lot of pretty stereotypical characters on the show, like
Right.
like Jackie Chu and Yoshi.
Yeah, and they also have like the gay cops. Remember that one?
Um, I don't remember any gay cops, but I remember the gay main character.
Cody.
Yeah, it's just
But yeah, so I think that like we should start off though like on Black Yoshi though personally because it's kind of like that like they literally have every single black stereotype for this character personally, and honestly like sometimes bro like it just like crosses the line. But then they like made him into like Dougie though like after like everything that happened I would say. And personally though, is that like so Jason though, so it's like what is your thoughts of like on Black Yoshi right now? Or like or like Dougie right now?
yeah. I did a video about this a couple weeks ago, and I'm not the biggest fan of the character because I failed to see kind of the point in him existing.
But like I feel like that like that okay, I personally feel like that like yes, of course that like you can use stereotypes and like for like all that stuff, you know what I'm saying, like for like your comedy game. You know what I mean? But I think that like sometimes that like it just draws a line. You know what I mean?
Yeah, cause
But and it's like that's okay to like do that, you know what I'm saying though, but to like make like more like videos though, like more like entertaining, of course, you know what I mean. But I personally think that like with SML though, like, you know, because like do it, you know what I mean? I think that they use it though more like overboard than like anything else, I would say personally.
yeah, it's like they tell these jokes for the sake of telling them, and when they're as stereotypical as they are,
Mhm.
you can't really do that without being called offensive.
That is true. That is very, very true. But now it's like with Cody though, is that like I think that like with his character, you know what I'm saying? Though, like at first though, it's like he was like a really good character person. I mean, though, I mean, like he was like a average, typical, you know, nerd that was awkward. You know what I mean, but and he was gay. You know what I mean, and that was like the entire point. You know what I mean? He had like medical issues, and all that stuff, right? And it's like that's like the entire point of it. You know what I mean? But then I think that like over time though, like they just changed him though, like into like some whole entire stereotype personally, and I would say you know, and that's okay and all, but like I feel like that like sometimes that like it just goes like overboard, I would say. You know what I'm saying? Like personally. It's just because that like with like Cody now, you know what I'm saying? Like he is just like he is like the gay stereotype, you know what I mean? Like it like sits right though, but like other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it seems to be pretty. What's it called? One note portrayal of
Right.
a gay character who, like I said, he wasn't just a gay character from the beginning, but they completely flanderized him. He's just gay now. He's not much of a genius anymore. He's
Yeah.
just gay and bullied. That's it.
Yeah, I know. Then you have like that one episode though, like of like that one instance of like the hot dog episode. But now, like I know that we already talked about this before, but it's like that video was like a whole trip, I believe. And it's like, but like, didn't they get it like taken down, right?
Um, they took it down because YouTube got yeah they weren't too happy about that video.
Yeah, I know when it got taken down. Joseph, you know what I'm saying? Like, I personally think that like how it like used to be, you know what I'm saying though, is that like is like Junior and Joseph, right? I mean, like they were like best friends up to you know, like and they were tight, and they would always like clown up on like Cody. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, Cody, yeah, you know what I mean. But now it's kind of like that. It seems to be that like Joseph has kind of turned into like the punching bag, but of like the stereotype of like black people. But you know what I mean. But so it's like, what do you think about that?
Yeah, um, and I don't really know where that comes from. If that's because of Logan's direction, or if it's from the actor, because a lot of his characters are, what's the best way to put that? Like Joseph now. Just really
Right.
one note. I think Joseph just signed to the show. It's getting a a lot simpler, to put it
Right.
nicely. It's definitely not as good as it used to be, but at least in my opinion. But you can't deny that the show isn't. It doesn't have nearly as much depth as it really did, and it didn't even
Right.
start off with that much depth.
Yeah, no, man, it's like the production, and it's like the production of these episodes now, man. Like they have like gone downhill. You know what I'm saying? Though it's kind of like a Bollywood film. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's not like a Bollywood film now. You know what I'm saying? And it's just kind of like that, like the stories, the writing. You know what I mean? And literally everything, even like the characters. I'm saying, like I feel like they all lost like I guess like touch. You know what I mean? But and of course though that like over time though, but like that like something you know what I'm saying like it'll come, but it'll like become like very very dull, and that's just normal. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a part of it, I would say. But like in all honesty though, is that like there's just like a lot of episodes, like, you know, there is like a lot of episodes that like I just can't stand anymore. You know what I mean? But or just watched like their newest like I guess like episodes or like movies. You know what I mean? Because like I just think that they're rushed. The story's not great. You know what I mean? But then they always like use the like these crazy ass like offensive, you know, crazy ass like offensive jokes and shit, which that is cool, and it's like that is like my humor. You know what I mean? But like I just think that like sometimes that like it just goes overboard. You know what I mean though? But like I think that like if they would have, I think like if they would focus on like their story and characters like a lot more, but and it's like have like the production as well, because like my favorite episode, I think they made it like a while back, it was called like The Secret Door. Jason, nobody, if you ever heard of that one? And
yeah,
man, like the quality and it's like the production of like was like really really good personally, and they showed like all like the blood and like all the guts and everything. You know what I'm saying? It was something creative. You know what I mean? But and it's like I feel like their creative genius is just kind of gone now. You know what I mean? Like besides like that Fast and Furious one, you know what I'm saying? Like that one was pretty decent, I would say, you know what I mean? But, like other than that though, it's like the other ones that are like they're okay. And it's like not the best anymore, you know what I mean?
yeah. It's the show. It's gotten less creative because it's really just turned into a sort of money thing.
Right.
I think the show probably exists to, was my theory, to sell merchandise and pay the mortgage on that house, and that's
Right.
about it.
Yeah, honestly, and that can just really just be it, I would say, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, and the thing is it was like he still racks like tons and tons of views either way. You know what I mean? Though like even if like the low like even for like the lowest efforts. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I mean, we can't. I guess we could throw out numbers. Uh, I won't, but he's doing pretty well, just based on how many videos he uploads. Ignoring the view count.
Right.
He's doing pretty well for himself.
You know what I mean? And it's kind of like that. Like, I just wonder though, is that like, is he stressed out about like the upload schedule? Like I wonder like how he is mentally, personally. You know what I mean? Because it's like I feel like that like uploading like a video like every 2 days is just a lot. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot. I feel like,
Yeah, this
you know what I
is
mean? And it's like when they're like only like uploaded like every like 2 days. You know what I'm saying? Like it just like loses like the production, I guess, like value. But and it's like how good that like their product comes out.
yeah. No, you're right. I talked about all this for, and uh, God, how many, like, milked like 2 videos out of this thing, but it was like this, the schedule stresses Logan out, and he said that before
Right.
multiple times.
But then it's kind of like why is he like doing that if it stresses him out? You know what I mean? And I get that like it's for money, of course. But at the same time, though, is that like your own like mental health and like your own like physical health, like, you know, so like matters more.
He says it's because he wants to, because he has the free time. That's what he says.
Right.
That might be part of it. We all know I mean, it's a money thing.
Yeah, no, and it's like kind of like everything like in this world, man. Like, it just boils down to money.
Yeah. Um, you know, and that's for some things it's like innocuous. With
Yeah,
SML, it's just the show gets worse. But when it comes to personal matters, you know, you don't want to put money over your personal life, and I hope that's not what Logan's doing. You know.
that's what I'm saying as well too. And like personally, like I just hope that like sooner or later, you know what I mean? It's like I just hope that like one day that they actually like put some more effort in it. I feel like, you know what I mean? And actually like have like some but it's like has some like character evaluation as well. Do you know what I mean? So I'm saying, but and like to use like every character right and everything. You know what I mean? But instead of making like all of these characters of like a basic stereotype of like this, but you know, like of like someone's like sexuality, color. You know what I mean? But and I feel like that is what's like losing the like the most value the like out of these characters in general. Yeah, I mean, like they're not like their own self anymore. I feel like it's just like their stereotype is that like what keeps on thriving, which is like a terrible thing.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the show will get better when the mortgage is paid off. But I don't know, man. We don't know how long those things last. So it's gonna be
Yeah, that
weird.
is true. So and like, but yeah, though, man, like that's what I personally think though, like that they should do personally, but just to like like you know what I'm saying, like just like work on like the character like a development. You know what I mean though, and like make people fall in love though like with their characters again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. That I mean, it'll take some effort, but if there ever comes a time when they want the show to get better, that's really what they got to do.
That's very, very true. And that's what I personally think as well, honestly.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. But, anyways, guys, thank you for watching SML's Abusive Stereotypes. But I hope you all enjoy and have a good day. Peace.